beer because we're talking football. Dun, 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 dun. No, that's fucking Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah, what's the
football? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately fucked up.
There's so many. There's waiting all day for a Monday or Sunday night. You know that one?
No fucking-
That's
Shania
another way
Twain?
we could bring politics
That's
into it.
Shania
Carrie
Twain.
Underwood singing the song. She was at
That was
Trump's
Shania Twain.
inauguration.
Isn't it Shania Twain?
It was Carrie Underwood for the longest
Okay, well,
time.
probably still is. I don't know. I just know that they pay her at the beginning of the year. She does all of them in one shoot.
She's Thursday or
Is
Sunday.
that like a prop?
Yeah, no, keep it closer to you, buddy.
Sorry, I'm
Waving
sorry.
it like a fucking
We're
flag.
not recording right now.
Yes, we are.
No way.
Yeah, we are. Here, that's why Eric's not here anymore.
Luke is like,
I thought we weren't recording yet.
No. See, that's why you just have to go organic into the intro. Welcome to our podcast.
Okay, damn.
I mean, we edited it anyways, but
Okay,
now you
fair.
know.
Okay, I
Now
thought we
you
weren't
know.
recording. I thought we were still waiting to record.
No, we're recording. So
Okay.
welcome to our episode.
Thank you, thank you.
Today we're talking football.
Football, brother.
Because the Super Bowl is coming up. So that is what we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And today we have Steph's cousine,
Hello, hello.
Luca
Luca.
snaps. Gucci.
Oh yeah.
He was the person who lived the closest, who knew the most about football, because I would say like a quarter amount.
All right.
I know enough
don't know
to
what that
carry a
means.
conversation.
Okay.
Like out of a whole, like if you could know all about football.
Like
as
there's
a
four
whole,
quarters in football. She
Yep.
knows one.
Yeah.
That's good.
basically.
That's good.
See,
It's
you
a
know.
start. It's a baseline.
There you go.
It's a
So,
baseline.
I know enough.
I know what a fumble is.
contribute.
I know what a fly is.
Yeah.
Fly. You know what an interception is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fucking self-explanatory, is
Okay,
it
do you
not?
know what a safety is?
No,
The
that's
guy
not
in the back, the guy in the
self-explanatory.
very back.
Okay, actually, technically, yeah.
Kinda?
There's a position you can play safety, but I mean like defensive safety. Like
Okay.
if you score a point,
That's
It's 2 points.
Is that 2 points?
it's 2 points.
Look at me missing
It just
my nail.
happened actually. The Texans and Chiefs.
Oh, is that how
just
they got
happened.
through?
No, that's not how they, it was
Oh, okay,
useless at the end of the day. But for bettors, it did mess up the spread. So
Ooh, because that's another whole thing. Football's not just football; it's also
no,
betting.
Fantasy.
FanDuel runs. FanDuel and fantasy, they run it.
I kind of want to do fantasy football.
Join my league.
Well,
You can buy squares like for the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I did that last year. I almost won.
Oh, maybe we should
Almost.
do some squares then.
Yeah, you can. I'll let you know because Grenning's mom and my mom organize it. It's like
Okay.
$5 a square.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get close last year. But
I
that's
got
okay.
close.
Tay, if you
Then the Chiefs
include our
fucked
friend
me.
Tay, she's got a horseshoe up her ass.
Yeah,
She'll win, regardless of what she knows about football or not. Our cocktail is just straight up
fucking brew.
I'm gonna
The
crack
best.
it in the mic.
Watch it explode.
Wait. No.
You did it though. It didn't really
avoided-
fall
It worked, it
anywhere.
worked.
I
It
avoided getting on the couch. That's the most important point.
Good
It
thing
worked.
I vacuumed the couch today, so that would have been sad.
I was gonna
gonna
say I
wipe
don't know
this
what you're
on
gonna
my
do with
hand.
vacuuming up beer, but that's okay.
Okay, well, I got foam everywhere, but
It's okay.
we'll
Take a little off the top quick, and then
wait. But I don't even like beer.
you're gonna have to today, my friend.
ASMR.
All right, cheers. I
Cheers.
guess.
Cheers.
We're not gonna say what kind of beer we're drinking because no free ads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink it like this,
You can't even see. See.
covering the
You
logo.
can't. I'm holding it this way.
Cover it. Why is this not the worst thing I ever?
What? Even this one is overflowing now. What the hell?
Oh my
Well,
god!
you sucked it back like a mule.
No, but even still, that's never happened in my life. All right. Well, that's
Guys, I
exciting.
was gonna say this
Do you
wasn't
need
that
to
bad.
rinse your manine?
a little bit.
I was gonna say this
Might have to
wasn't
come
that
back.
bad.
You can go rinse it if
Yeah,
you need to.
I'll be back. But anyway,
And we're
Anyways,
back.
and we're
Cleanup
back.
crew came.
Cleanup crew
Quick.
game. We're back in. So, anyways, what level of? We'll say specifically NFL. I'm wearing a CFL sweater right now because I do not own any NFL merch.
I don't care for the CFL in any way, shape, or form.
Oh,
But
God.
that's okay.
I know. I've heard though the opposite, that some people who really like the NFL, when they watch the CFL, they say some of the rules in the CFL that are different make more sense.
To me, they make zero sense.
Okay.
Like I hate that you could just punt it out the end zone and then you get a point. It makes no sense to me.
All right.
I don't like the 5 yard. Like just make a fair catch. You don't need to punt and then you give 5 yards and then everyone runs. I don't like it.
Okay.
And plus, on top of that, they're not as talented as the players in the NFL. So
Slander.
yeah, I know. I
they
mean, I'm
gave The
nowhere near. I
Rock.
could never make it to the CFL.
No,
either.
but it's true. It's
But-
unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's the B. It's a B league. It's a B.
I
team.
recently told Luca that he should consider going back to school and go to Brock University for sports management. I'm like, you missed your calling, brother.
no more school for me. I'm done.
What do you do
What's
right
another
now?
4
I'm
years?
at the bank.
Oh, vibes.
What's another 4 years?
Career job, man. Career job.
I guess
you're
so.
in. You're in.
I guess so.
Immediately starts crying.
I came here to talk about football, guys, not my own life problems, please.
Reminds me of a Brittany Broski clip when she talked about how she used to work at the bank and she's like, I resigned myself that I would work this job for 30 years and then one day come home and put a bullet in my head.
That's me.
It's fine. You'll be okay. No, but what I was gonna
Bank's a good
What I
job.
was gonna ask was how long have you kind of been like a dedicated fan of the NFL for?
I would say like dedicated to like where I don't miss a single game, like maybe a decade. Like no,
Poor girlfriend.
over a decade. I'm 25 now. 13. I was 13 years old when I like
Wow.
fully got into
Puberty.
It was
His
crazy
poor
because
girlfriend.
I know it's okay. Sundays are not
Write-offs.
for they're not for anyone but me. But that's okay. But no, like it was the year after the Giants won the Super Bowl. I was a fan, but I didn't really care. I was only in grade 8. Like I didn't really watch. But then the year after, that's when I really started to get in. And that was my first experience of heartbreak with the Giants because they went 0-6 to start the year. They didn't win a game for 6 straight weeks.
What's going on? My mic's dead. Keep talking.
Yeah, anyway. And I was getting made fun of at school because, everyone was watching my team get slapped every week, but that's okay. Because that just set up another
Did they
decade.
ever recover? Because
No.
as far as I know, the Giants
No, they've
are
been
shit.
garbage ever since. They've had 2 winning seasons in the last, decade.
I think we need to take
Another break.
No, God, no, I'm just gonna hold it. We're good.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
No,
No,
break.
no, I do remember when the Giants won the Super Bowl because I think that was the first time I was ever cognizant of the NFL because it was like on
She
TV.
spawned in.
Yeah, it was like on TV, and I remember at the time being like, "This
But which
quarterback's
time?
kind
Because
of."
they won it. They won it 4 years apart.
When Eli Manning was the quarterback.
Yeah, he won it both times. When
Okay.
they were,
Well.
Period.
God.
he won it the 2 times that they most recently
If
won
you
it.
started when you were 13, what
That
year were you
was
born?
99.
So we're
So-
4 years.
So it was
the Super
probably the
Bowl was-
same year
the
then.
February 2012 Super Bowl is the most
Probably
recent
the same
they
one
won.
then.
It was the 2011 season.
Probably the same one
Yeah.
then.
I'm a Giants fan though because I remember them winning in 2007.
How do you feel about that guy who's no longer your quarterback, but was?
Odell
Daniel Jones?
Beckham?
No.
Yeah, that
Odell
one.
Beckham was not a quarterback.
he a
No, he's
quarterback?
running back.
No,
running
he was
back.
not a. If you're talking
Oh.
running
He
back,
was on
you're
Love
talking-
Island, guys.
Cordell. Oh,
Yeah,
not
that's
Odell.
That's Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
He was a wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Oh, okay.
Okay. But
know
then
who
if
he
you're
is.
talking running back, it's Saquon Barkley. He left just this last year. He signed for the Eagles, one of the Giants' biggest rivals in free
Wow.
agency. Yeah,
Wow.
it broke my heart, and I'm still not recovered.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
So how do you
well,
feel? How did you feel about Daniel Jones? Because
Sorry, now we're switching players completely.
we are no, but that's who I was asking you about
Daniel
from
Jones,
the
the
start. She just
quarterback.
brought up Odell Beckham Jr.
Daniel Jones.
Chaos.
Okay, but in what way? How do I feel like what? Like
I felt like,
Like, do you
every
love
time
him?
I saw him, he looked like he had 3 brain cells.
when did you see him?
Like in press conferences and stuff, because I would have to follow the NFL
Yeah,
for my old job
Yeah,
because it
sometimes he
would
looks
trend all
like
the time.
spaced out off
He
a
looks
perk,
like he
something like that.
suffered 17 concussions.
No, he's had a couple neck surgeries though, but that's a different story.
Who's he playing for now? Is he still with the Giants?
No, he got cut. He plays for the Minnesota Vikings now. He's on their practice squad.
That's how I met your mother, Minnesota Vikings.
Sure.
That's who Marshall likes.
There you go. They
he's
they
from
got absolutely
Minnesota.
slapped in the playoffs, but that's okay.
I think
I
that's
know.
my no-no's favorite team.
There you go.
The Vikings.
The purple people eaters.
There it is. There it is.
Okay,
My dad's
McDonald's.
favorite team is the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, they're
We
just as bad as the
actually-
Giants.
I know, they're fucking suck. They're actually, we just got him, his Christmas gift was a Houston Oilers sweater because that's who the Tennessee Titans
Yeah.
used to be. That was when he started being a fan, was when they were the Houston Oilers. But
Crazy. Laura said before we started this episode that she knew nothing about
I know, and then she
football.
pulled up the Houston
Like, what
Oilers. I'm
the
like,
fuck?
damn.
because
okay.
it's knowledge that's adjacent to something else. So if my dad wasn't a fan of the Tennessee Titans, I literally would have not been able to drop that knowledge. But he is. We're very the people who like the NFL in my family. They're very nobody likes the same team. So here, let me do a quick run through of the teams that I know about because people in my family are fans of them. Buffalo Bills, LA Chargers. That's one of my cousin's favorite teams. the Tennessee Titans, the Minnesota Vikings, the Arizona Cardinals, the Green Bay Packers, and the Philadelphia Eagles are like the top teams of like my
I don't know
football
who's an
family
Eagles fan, but I
members.
don't like him already.
My cousin Nick. So
Yeah,
I kind
sorry,
of have
Nick,
to
I don't like
Nicholas.
you. I don't
Nicholas.
like you, Nick. That's okay though.
Well, you're rivals, so he probably wouldn't like you either.
Probably.
Period.
But it's worse for me because I have to watch him play in the NFC Championship tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's why, unfortunately, I have to root for them because
You don't have to. Nothing's stopping you from
Well, I
rooting
want to
for
root
both
for
teams
them
to lose.
so my cousin can have a good Sunday.
Respectfully, I hope he has a terrible Sunday.
So I'm not much of a football watcher, a fan, anything. Probably, arguably, one of my least favorite sports. But I did kind
Period.
of get into it when the Super Bowl was happening. Like I was I was paying attention to it and into it.
Last year?
Was it
Last
because
year.
of Taylor Swift or no?
No, I fucking hate that. I hate that. Like I don't like the Chiefs because of that.
Correct.
So I would say recent development. I'm kind of vibing with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Woo, woo, woo,
I mean,
woo.
fair. It's at least our closest team, so you can always
think
just
that's why.
you could just scapegoat to that.
Yeah.
They are a good team, but you could just be like, oh, but they're the closest team to us.
Josh Allen has
It's
good
Canada's
vibes
team.
too, though. I feel
Josh
like
Allen
he has
does
good
have the
vibes.
Josh Allen does. He's gross.
Yeah.
He's disgustingly good.
But he's also just seems like he's like genuinely like a nice person,
he's
like a
definitely a
teddy
nice guy.
bear. I do not sit down and watch football games. I just Google or hear about it on Twitter. X, stupid.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
Yeah. But I just remember I was literally in the car last weekend and I was like, wait, who the fuck, who's making it to like the next? And I Googled and I saw that the Detroit Lions lost. Devastating blow. Devastating
To
blow.
you, devastating blow.
I was like I was a little bit on the bandwagon last year because it was exciting. They were doing really good. Also, like the only reason I know who Jared Goff is because he had this like funny moment on a podcast that I used to watch. And I was like, so when I heard the name when the Lions started doing good during the playoffs last season, I was like, Jared Goff, I know who that is. Like he was on a podcast. So I was kind of like into it. And then I really last year wanted it to be the Lions and the Bills. And then I was like, we could do it again this year. We could get there. And then they got slapped by the Commanders and I was a bit shook.
They got surprised. At the end of the day, I think it came down to the Detroit Lions defense being basically devastated. Everyone's hurt. Their whole
Okay.
defense is hurt.
That was
Their
what I was
best
gonna
player,
ask.
Aiden Hutchinson, hurt.
I know that name.
And everyone else hurt. They're basically playing with like their second stringers are even hurt half of the time.
So the offense is carrying the team right
Yeah,
now. But you
like-
can't win with just offense.
Yeah. Well, no, defense wins championships always. But
That's what they say.
Same thing in hockey.
sure. But defense in football, defense wins championships. But their offense couldn't do it. They put up points. They put up so many yards. They put up everything. They had more yards than the Commanders, I'm pretty sure. But at the end of the day, that's what happens.
It is what it is.
It
C'est
is
la
what it
vie.
is. That's
C'est
part
la
of
vie.
football. Injuries are part of football. It's how you overcome them. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
is there
can't.
like a single healthy football player out there? Cause,
No, they don't
yeah.
exist.
Yeah.
By like week 11, 12, you're basically like
You're
cooked.
just ground beef.
basically literally
Football's dangerous. Like
that's, like running backs, they're like done by the time they turn like 30 years old. They're basically ready for the retirement home.
Yeah.
This season's kind of been an anomaly because
People
Derrick
are
Henry's
soft.
like 30, 31. Joe Mixon's like 30.
who do they play for?
Derrick Henry's on the Ravens.
Okay.
He was on the Titans actually for his whole career
Feel bad
up
for
until
Lamar
2 seconds ago.
Jackson. He can't
Yeah.
gain any traction either.
They call him regular season man. They call him regular season man. He can never perform in the playoffs. But I mean, hey, if Mark Andrews would have caught that 2-point conversion, it's a different story. I think that the Bills lose.
I like
but
that
that's
he's
a
saying
story.
this stuff like we watch it.
I know you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just kind of talking into the mic.
Just
I'm not
keep
even,
doing it though, because this will work for the people who
Okay,
do
hold
know
on,
about
hold on,
football.
hold on. Let's strip it back to the basics.
Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck football? Like, can you just explain it?
I don't know how to just.
Okay, wait. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because this is one I don't really understand. When the team kicks a ball into the other end and nobody tries to catch it, what the fuck's going on there?
Well, if you're talking about like a kickoff,
Well, it's like the team kicks it off and like the
like the people
receiving
they're
team.
blocking, they're ready to like block each other and like have someone run. Talking
Sure.
about that.
the other team, they just let it drop. They don't try and intercept it. Their
catch
team
it.
doesn't try and catch it. Like
So like it could be like if you're talking about a kickoff, it could just be like a
Probably.
touchback, right? So sometimes like they'll just kick it up. Like kickers are good. Like they can smash that ball. So half the time, if they wanted to, they could just put it out the back of the end zone and not even give the other team a chance to return it. So you could do that, or you can just let it bounce and then bounce out of bounds right after, because then you just get the ball on the 30-yard line.
But why is the other team not trying to get the ball when it's kicked?
Because you can't. The other team, with these new kickoff rules, cannot move until the other team touches the ball, or until it hits the ground. I think. I don't know.
And what's a touchback then?
A touchback is just the kicker will kick the ball
Yep.
to the other team.
Yep.
It's like you're
Yep,
kicking it to
yep,
the
yep.
other team. He can catch it in the end zone and then like take a knee, and then that's just the play's dead. Or you can let it bounce out the back of the end zone, and then it's just the play's dead. And it's just you automatically, that team gets the ball on the 30-yard line.
So
Okay.
what's stopping, like, why does the other, like, the team that kicks the ball, why do they not even attempt to get the ball?
It's what he said.
Because
It's
they
because
can't
they
move.
can't move until the other team. So they're kicking, and one team's kicking and
Yeah.
one team's receiving.
Yes.
The team who is kicking, their players can't move until the team who's receiving catches the ball, and
Yes.
then they can start sprinting at them.
Yes, they did that. They just changed the rules this season. It was to
I
reduce
spawned
injuries
in.
because a lot of injuries used to happen on kickoff because you would have guys lining up with the kicker, running basically 60 yards, well, technically like almost 70, just downhill, just straight sprint, and then players were getting smoked, and there was so many injuries. So they changed up the rules. So now, like, you know, to try to reduce injuries.
Well, which is good because my whole thing with football, like sports are sports, right? Like you can be into sports, you can like sports, like it is what it is. My whole thing with football is like people act like these people are like nobody does anything more important than a football player. So like when like I think of the example of like Tua Tagovailoa when
Tua.
you see him getting concussed
His brain is scrambled
on
eggs.
a regular basis.
His brain is scrambled eggs.
Why can't he just be like, you know what? It's unfortunate. It sucks, but like maybe this is it for me. Why is it? I just don't get it.
But people
Like,
argue that. Like even professional football players argue that. They go, you know what? They're telling Tua like your health is more important. Like football's not your life.
But they act like it
You're a
is.
father, you're a husband, you got a family. Go do that. But he's saying no. He wants to play. And fair to him. Okay, fine. He's made enough money. He's not doing it for the money
absolutely.
anymore. I mean,
Okay,
I'm sure
blindside.
He's gonna be making more money, obviously playing, but it's his choice.
My thing is, I just feel like people act like there's no more important profession than a football player. Like, and that's the one thing that drives me nuts is that like every sport, of course, you're gonna have. If you love the sport, you're gonna hold it on a pedestal. But I feel like football is on like another level when it comes to like holding those players on pedestals, like acting like your job as a quarterback is more important than
The
a
cultural
neurosurgeon.
phenomenon
Like, you know
of football.
what I mean?
But I mean, that's how people treat it, though. You're 100% right. You're 100%
crazy.
right. If you're like Patrick Mahomes, that guy is like, they might as well treat him like he's the son of God.
They do,
I
though.
literally
They
used-
do.
Especially the refs.
I used to say that, like, I genuinely believe when he was like at his prime playing that Tom Brady could be caught on video shooting a baby point blank in the face and people still wouldn't be mad at him.
I mean, like,
Like they would still be like, this guy's the GOAT. He didn't. And you'd be like, but he did a horrible thing. And
I
they would
mean,
still be
no,
There was
like,
that
It's
video
true.
of him kissing his 12-year-old child on the lips, and
Yes.
people are like, "No, man, but like he's a goat."
it's crazy. I'm
You
like,
can
this
make
is
there are
wild.
exceptions to the rules. There are exceptions to the rules.
So we should flag that when this
Pun
episode comes
intended.
out, it will be before the Super Bowl, but it will be after we've learned who's going to be in the
Yeah,
Super
the
Bowl.
NFC and AFC championship games are tomorrow.
Yes. So it still will stand because we're going to talk about who we like, or you're going to talk about who you think.
My
is the
predictions
best
could be completely
positioned.
wrong. I could say 2 teams in the Super Bowl, and
Yeah, but
when
you,
this
it's
podcast
still,
comes out,
we're
it's
just
garbage.
we're just flagging. No, but we're just flagging that
Yeah.
when we're talking about it, like you're saying, like here are like kind of how I feel these teams are like best matched up or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But so that's why we're talking about 4 teams and not just 2 teams. But I feel I'm conflicted with the Chiefs.
Okay, so pause.
Yes.
What teams are left besides the Chiefs and the Bills? And it was Washington, you
Yeah,
said, and then what was the other one?
The Eagles.
Philadelphia.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
So the Eagles are playing the Commanders.
Yeah, the
And
Commanders.
the Bills are playing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Which how many times have they met up in the last?
The Bills have lost like every single time. Every time
But-
they've played in the playoffs.
Okay.
So
So we need
So
the
they're the
Bills to
Leafs.
make it.
the Bills, if you know anything about football, the Bulls, oh my God, the Bills, they have an unfortunate history. They lost 4 Super Bowls in a row in the 90s.
I remember that.
One of them to the
God.
Giants, wide right. Thank God. But like, yeah, they've lost 4 in a row Super Bowls. They lost to the Chiefs like 3 years. It's kind of crazy being a Bills fan. Nothing but heartbreak and going through tables.
So they are the Leafs.
And shoveling
No,
snow.
the Cowboys are the Leafs. The Cowboys.
Oh, we know about the
Cowboys.
Cowboys too because
Dallas?
of Gibson.
Yeah, Dallas.
Gibson's a
They
Dallas
call the
fan.
Leafs are just called the Ice Cowboys.
I thought Dallas was like the hated NFL
They are.
team.
They're,
They
they're
are.
America's team. Ugh, garbage. I hate them.
Why are they America's team?
I don't know. That's just they're just
Lone Star
America's
State,
team.
I don't know. Even
Yeah,
though
but
there's another team
there
in
is
that
another team,
state.
the
I don't know.
Texans.
Oh, yeah, my dad's team.
No.
Nope, that's Houston.
Yeah.
It's Tennessee, my dad's
Houston
team.
Oilers.
Yeah,
Technically, though,
but they moved.
Yeah, they
That's-
moved.
That happens to everybody.
it does.
But
Even the Cleveland Browns, they're old. The old Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore, and then
Oh.
the Cleveland Browns came back after.
Oh, kind of like the Winnipeg Jets.
Yes,
Winnipeg.
kinda. Because then there was a team in Baltimore called the Colts, but now they're the Indianapolis Colts. And then
This
now
guy knows the lore.
I know the lore.
He knows the lore. Well, what I was going to say about the Chiefs is while they could take a break, they could take an off year. Like, let's let somebody else get to the Super Bowl. But I'm also like, because I don't know why, because again, I'm not like a huge football follower by any means. I just really fucking hate Tom Brady, like a lot. And I don't know why. And I feel like right now with this Chiefs team and with Mahomes, like they're the best positioned to like equal or break his record.
Well, it'd be Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
He's won 2 in a row so far, right?
But 3 total.
3 total, 2 in a row could go for a 3-peat, right?
That's what I mean. It's kind of exciting.
I this is the thing. I hope the Bills win.
I do too.
I hope the Bills win, but
They
that's
can have an
because
off
I'm
year.
salty.
Mahomes is still young. He's still got like lots of time to.
The guy's gonna win more Super Bowls, I
Yeah.
promise. But I'm salty though because both the Eagles and the Commanders both play in the Giants division. So I want them both to lose at the same time.
Yeah.
I want tomorrow's game to just be canceled. No winner.
Is that just out of pure like hatred,
Hate,
or is
hate,
that
pure
like,
hate
okay,
coming
so,
right from my heart? Pure hate.
So not
Pure,
because it
pure hate.
benefits the Giants in
Not
any
because
way.
no, it would benefit the Giants
Oh.
to have both teams lose.
Okay, so how
For the
would that
draft?
benefit the Giants? That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, not for the draft. Just
for your life.
Just for my life and
Okay,
my
so that's
my
a
mental
soul.
health.
personal
Okay.
vendetta,
Yeah,
brother.
the draft is done. The Giants have the 3rd overall pick.
Oh.
Like that's done and dusted. The Texas. Oh my God, the Titans have the 1st overall pick.
Because they suck so bad.
Yep. I wish it was the Giants with the 1st overall pick, but that's a different story.
They could have sucked a bit more.
They could have. They should have.
They should have. They should have.
They shouldn't have beat the Colts. I don't know why they beat the Colts, but that again, it's okay.
Mess the whole thing up.
That
How many weeks of football is there? Because I know that's like the whole
there's
thing.
18
like,
weeks.
week 2.
There's
like,
18 weeks in total, but teams play 17 games because there's a bye week. So a bye week is just like you get like a.
Not
it's like
all at the
imagine
same
March
time,
break.
though.
Every team gets a March
Oh,
break.
but
They
at
get 1
different
week
times?
off. Yeah, all at different times.
Okay.
Like a few teams will get
Oh.
one each week. They go from week 4 to week. I want to say 13. I don't remember exactly though. But they start at week 4, and then each team gets 1 week off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another question. Why were the Bills playing in the wild card game? I thought they had a good season.
They did. They weren't playing in the wild card. Well, they were playing wild card weekend, yes, but that's because now with the playoff format, one team gets a bye week per conference. So there's the AFC and the NFC, right?
I know that.
Yeah, you know that AFC and NFC.
No.
The AFC teams are teams like the Chiefs and the Bills. They play in the AFC.
The elites?
No, not the elites.
No, it's
just
like the American Football League.
football
Conference.
Yeah,
conference.
you got
and
it.
then it's the National Football
Damn,
Conference.
that's it. You're getting schooled right now. She said, I know like 1 quarter. She knows like a quarter and a half at least.
Okay,
She's
okay.
making it to the 2-minute warning of the first half at least.
I'm getting flagged.
Flag on the play. Flag on the play.
But yeah, no.
Sack. You're getting sacked.
What were we talking about anyway?
We were talking about why did the Bills play the wild card? 'Cause
Oh.
I thought they were good.
because
this
they weren't the
season.
number 1 seed. The Chiefs were the number 1 seed. They had the best record in the AFC.
Anyone who's not the number 1 seed plays
They
in the
have to
wild
play,
card.
yeah.
So it's kind of like baseball, where not that many teams actually make it to the playoffs.
Well, there's 4 divisions per conference. So automatically you get 4 teams.
4 teams.
Okay? The top team from each division automatically makes the playoffs. Then there's 3 wild card spots.
Okay.
So teams that don't win their division but have a good enough record to beat out all the other teams in their conference, they also make the playoffs. So that means you have 14 teams in total who make the playoffs.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely blacked out during that conversation.
Honestly,
That's
My
okay.
mind went just in another dimension.
That's okay.
And I blacked
All-
back into
all
14
you
teams
gotta
make the
know-
playoffs.
All you got to know is that the Chiefs had a first round bye, so they didn't play the first week of the playoffs. They got the week off. And the Lions also had a week off. They had the first round bye.
R.I.P. to Jared Goff. He's not dead. He just didn't make it any further.
Poor guy. Poor guy. What are you
R.I.P.
going
to
to
a
do?
real one.
What are you going to do?
C'est la vie.
Say la vie.
Say la vie. They do they like likely have like the bulk of their team again for like one more year?
Yeah.
So,
but
like-
they just lost both of their coordinators, offensive and defensive coordinators. So one is now the coach of the Jets and the other is the coach of the Bears.
Are
So
they gonna fire Aaron Rodgers anytime soon?
you can't fire him. I mean, you could cut him, which is technically like
Is
firing.
he like playing?
He's on the Jets.
He's on the
stinks.
Jets. He's like
I
41.
thought he was like retired.
No, he's not
No.
retired, but he's
He,
getting
like,
old.
he
His
came
age
back.
is showing. He's still not bad though. Not awful. I've seen worse quarterbacks. I had one on my team for 6 years.
Here's my football knowledge. Aaron Rodgers was on the Green Bay Packers
Yeah.
for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
which, by the way, it'll come out after this episode, but we just filmed our One Direction episode, and the Green Bay Packers are Harry Styles' favorite NFL team.
Yeah.
Anyways, Aaron Rodgers
All
was
right.
on that team for like the longest time, and they had like some good runs. Did he ever win a Super Bowl with them?
Once.
Okay, so they had some like pretty good runs. They were one of the top teams for a while, and then they were like, "Where's Aaron Rodgers gonna go? Where's Aaron Rodgers gonna go?" And then he went to the Jets, and then his first game back blew out his leg, some piece of his
Not
leg,
even
his Achilles or
the
whatever.
First drive,
play,
first
yeah.
4 plays. He didn't even
Fuck
complete a
off.
single pass. Not even a single. His Achilles ruptured.
You
He's
literally
gone for the year.
and you literally saw it like like it went,
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, it was
rupture. You can see
wild.
the slow mo. You see it like boom.
and he's just never came back from that.
Well, he did just.
Well, I
this
mean,
year.
he's come back, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
in a
Not
on
at
a
full
skill level, I would
capacity.
say.
Well, he's also like 41 now. He just turned 41, I think.
He's also like an anti-vaxxer, so he's probably like pumped full of ivermectin.
He went on a
So-
darkness retreat to make his decision if he wanted to retire or not.
That seems like something Tom Brady would do.
He's probably got a lot of
What
horse
do you mean? Tom Brady's
tranquilizer
got
in him.
PB12 diet. You don't
what
know
the
that?
fuck is that?
You got to read his book and you'll find out. I'm not allowed to talk about it. He might sue me.
Really?
No, I'm
Copyright?
just joking.
Copyright?
I'm just joking.
Book?
I'm just joking. But you
This
got to read
man's
it.
got a
the
book?
TB12 way. I think that's what it's called.
I'm not
Don't
reading
quote
his
me on
book.
it. I didn't read it.
You know what?
But
He
he's got
kinda-
like some crazy diet.
I'll
I don't
read
know.
Braille before I read his book.
You know
Not
what
gonna
Tom
lie.
Brady, you know what Tom Brady kind of sucks at? Being a commentator.
Yeah, he is garbage. Greg
fucking
Olson is
sucks
way better.
at
They
it.
kicked Greg Olson out just so they could put Tom Brady in.
He stinks. He was trying to be
sucks.
Tony Romo, but he couldn't do it.
Tony Romo's actually not bad.
He's good at it. I
He's
know.
not bad. He's not bad. Him and Jim, they have a good time. You guys know Jim Nance?
No.
No, that's okay.
I just know Tony
No.
Romo. Okay, so
Do you know what team Tony Romo used to play for?
the Dallas Cowboys.
See? Did you know that?
No.
Gibson team.
Slay, Laura.
Play. Eat.
Laura's
I
eating this
ate.
episode.
What was my next thing I was gonna say? Okay, so we're talking about all these names because they're like standout players.
Hmm.
Who the fuck is on the Washington Commanders?
So they have Jaden Daniels. Okay,
Never
he's a
heard
rookie.
that. Okay,
He was
never
second
heard that
overall
name
pick,
before.
quarterback from LSU.
Okay.
You know where LSU is?
Louisiana State University.
He's cooking. She's absolutely
You know why I know
cooking.
that?
She's-
NCAA women's tournament. Because
Because of Livy Dunn?
yes, no, not Livy Dunn. The other girl, Cameron Brink.
Oh.
Wasn't she LSU? I think.
No idea. I know Angel
Anyways,
Reese
I
was.
literally feel like I've been lobotomized.
I think Cameron Brink was on Angel Reese's team.
Was she? I don't know. I don't really
Anyways,
follow women's
LSU. That's why I know
basketball.
that Louisiana
But-
State University. Stuff's just
Yes.
laughing over there. in the
Anyway,
corner.
they have Jaden Daniels, right?
Okay.
He's a dog. He's
Okay,
good.
love it.
He is so good. I wish the Giants drafted him last year, but there was no way they could have. But they got his teammate Malik Neighbors. Again, conversation for another day.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, but probably from me.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, I spawned in again.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard that name.
Yeah, he's like,
You
I
were
love him.
talking about him in your fantasy.
yeah, because I had him on my fantasy.
Yeah.
And I drafted him in Daniel's league too. And I
Right.
won him his league. So he won $500 from me, basically.
Wow.
I know.
want to do fantasy.
I know. I
football.
lost my league, but I win him his league. Yeah, I know. What are you going to do? It happens that way.
Get puts.
Yeah, not much. Not much, to be honest. But the Commanders, they have Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
They have Terry McLaurin. His nickname's Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. You might, if you watch the game, you'll hear it tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, they
Well,
have
not, but okay.
they have Brian Robinson Jr. Fun fact: he was shot when he got drafted. Like after he got drafted, and then he came back like a few weeks into the season and everything, and then he walked out to many men by 50 Cent because he's like
Many
many
men.
men
Yes.
wish death upon me, and he came
And
out. It was
50
kind
Cent's
of cool.
been shot a bunch of times.
Yeah, he has. That he has.
Honestly, you said he got shot, and immediately my brain went to 50 Cent.
That's right.
So yeah, they have them. The Eagles. They have Saquon Barkley, who, as we kind of touched on.
I know that name.
Yeah, traitor. It's okay.
Jalen Hurts still?
Jalen Hurts is still their quarterback.
He's hot.
Sure. He's got a crazy ring, or not ring, sorry.
Riz.
He has crazy ice on his
Ice.
neck.
Ooh, he's dripping.
That's it. Everyone
He be
always says now
dripping.
is like ever since he came out with that nice necklace, every rapper looks like broke. Because they're all fake glistening. His it's like he's got a battery pack in there lighting it
Wow.
up. It's crazy.
That's
It is
nuts.
crazy
The
how
drip is real.
Yeah. And they have AJ Brown, who I don't know if you saw last week. He was not last week actually, the week before, sorry. He was reading a book on the sideline.
I love that.
Yeah. And
then you want me to
walking
hate
in.
the Eagles.
Yeah,
they
you
got
should.
book readers,
You
man.
should. And that
Book talk.
ended up being that book was like #1 Amazon bestseller after that game.
See?
What was the book?
I can't remember. I don't know. It was like some self-help book. He said it calms him down. It helps the mental side of the
I
game.
love that.
He's
It's
locking
giving,
in.
It's giving Steven Nedorozic from
Yeah.
the U.S. men's gymnastics team just being like this the whole time. And then when it's his turn, he's like locked in.
Sure. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about, but that's okay.
He was the pommel horse guy on Team USA gymnastics men.
Don't know.
Anyways, he's great. We love him. We talked about him on the Vibe when we recap 2024 podcast. Okay, so if you were I know you hate the Commanders and the Eagles because they're in your team's division.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick based on what
Commanders, easily.
but not
even know what she's
not
gonna
just
say.
from not just
It
from
doesn't matter.
who
I'm
you
never
like.
gonna choose the Eagles ever.
Yeah, but on a statistical,
Who do I think the better team is?
statistically.
I think the better team are the Philadelphia Eagles. However,
Okay.
I hope the Commanders win.
Okay, fair.
I pray the Commanders win.
Okay.
I root for the
The
underdogs.
Bills and the Chiefs. Who do you think technically, on a technical level, is a better team? On statistics,
come on.
stats.
Even I know this.
That's tough.
Yeah, but I know that what everybody was roasting the Chiefs for this season was that for 80% of the season they never got more than 15 points. So it's
More
not
than
like they were
15,
making
but
drives.
They had under 30 a lot of the time.
yeah, they weren't scoring crazy.
But they have a crazy defense.
so that
their
you said
defense
that wins
get-
championships.
Yeah.
Beefed.
But I think if I'm making a prediction, I think personally that the Bills are going to win tomorrow.
Let's do it.
I think they got it this time. I
So
think
we're
they got it.
vibing Bills and Commanders Super Bowl. That's what we're.
I think the Eagles are going to win tomorrow.
Okay, what Super Bowl do you want to see, and what Super Bowl do you think you're going to see?
I want to see Bills and Commanders. I think we'll see Bills and Eagles.
Okay.
I think the Eagles are going to win. I think they're a better team.
All right.
I feel like that's putting a lot of faith in the Bills.
I think the Bills got it this year.
I'm ready for it.
I think they got it. The Chiefs,
watch it.
They do some satanic ritual, devil magic, blood sacrifices underneath their stadium. That's fine. But I think this year the Bills got it. I think
right.
they got
Taylor
it.
Swift's cutting checks to the NFL.
Oh man, my year has been fabulous because I muted the words Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on X. I have no idea if she showed up to any games because I haven't had to see it. It's been fabulous.
If you watch them, you'll see. They show her a few times.
Oh, I'm sure she's been there. I haven't had to hear about it, and it's been great. It's been lovely. It's been stunning, amazing, never been done before. So what Steph and I can really contribute to is the halftime show. Because
Do you know who's playing?
yes, it's Kendrick Lamar. He's already confirmed, says it will be his guest. I don't know in what
But
capacity.
did you
he's
hear the,
having
did you hear the
guests?
controversy when they announced it?
No.
Because
No.
because Lil Wayne wasn't selected. Because they're playing in New Orleans.
Oh.
Why not pick Lil Wayne? He's from New Orleans.
What hits Lil Wayne have? Let
Like,
It
what
Rock.
kind of-
A lot
Bedrock?
of. What do you mean? What hits Lil
Okay,
Wayne
listen.
have?
My
What's that
sister
one slow
loves
one?
Lil Wayne.
Lil
and
Wayne? Lil Weezy baby.
Shout
I
out April, Lil Wayne.
And I have no
Weezy baby.
I have no hate towards Lil Wayne. I just when you think about a Super Bowl performance,
He could do it.
no.
Yeah, I don't know if he could.
I don't
could
think
do
he
it.
has the
He doesn't have the star
on-stage
power.
presence and
He could do it.
I don't think so.
I disagree. No hate to little.
Little. No hate to Little Wayne.
Point in case right there.
Case in point.
Point in fucking case. I'm only saying it like that now. Right there. Little Wayne can't do it.
I just don't think he has a big enough stage presence for the Super Bowl. And when was the last time he fucking even performed on a stage?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Probably pretty recently.
You know what he's-
I would assume pretty recently.
Do you know what I feel he's known most for generally? His codeine addiction.
No.
No, he's known for a lighter before every verse he ever does on any song.
But
He's
I'm
known for
saying
that, and
generally.
that. But like, you don't listen to like the Carter albums,
Scissor.
like
No. I can see the album cover in my brain, but like
you know, like Fireman,
How to
Mona
Love.
Lisa, How to Love. There you go.
yeah, but I still don't think it's okay. So here's my thing. Last year when
Milli.
Usher performed, he had so many options from his discography, and somehow he performed like 90% slow songs, and I'm like,
Yeah, he
it's
chose the worst
Super
ones.
Oh my
Bowl.
god, I
He
know.
chose the
Usher
worst
could have
songs.
ate. He could have
Did
ate.
he do Love in This Club? I can't remember.
Oh, he absolutely did Love in this
Yeah,
Club,
he
did
because
that.
which is a fucking hit.
But he didn't do. He has that song with David Guetta, "Without You." He didn't
Yeah,
do that.
good
could've-
one.
He didn't
that
pick
could've
any-
hit. Scream.
the vibe
he didn't
didn't
do.
fit.
great one.
No, it was like I get like okay, yeah,
Love the
sprinkle
roller
in.
skating though.
Yeah, it was sick, but like sprinkle in My Boo, like 100% sure. The slower ones, Burn.
Letting Alicia Keys basically sing a whole song, I was like, "What's happening right now?"
Yeah.
It was weird.
like it did not live up to the expectation of what he could have done. I feel.
Well, so today I was out furniture shopping with my mom. Shout out Linda. And she actually, because the woman exclusively listens to the radio in the car, crazy. But because we were listening to the radio, I heard a tidbit about the halftime show that I can now share on this. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to use that on the podcast later." So apparently, Kendrick Lamar we'll see if he decides to go rogue, but apparently Kendrick Lamar's label has told him not to perform Not Like Us.
I pray he performs not like
Why?
that.
Really?
Yes,
I pray
because
he performs Not Like Us.
because of the lawsuit that Drake did saying that like that song, because I mean
Slander.
Drake, first of all, I understand like a diss track
Drake,
is a
look at
diss
sweater.
Yeah, look at his sweater.
True.
I understand a diss track is a diss track, and I like whether or not I'm Team Drake or Team Kendrick. Like I fucking love a good diss track. Like when Drake dropped Back to Back and it got nominated for a Grammy, I was like, yes, like amazing.
Meek never
so
recovered.
I love Not Like Us because I'm like, it's a hit, it's great, it does what a diss track is supposed to do. I think it would be iconic if he got to perform it at the Super Bowl. But apparently, because of this lawsuit that Drake is currently trying to do, like alleging, which he's not wrong, like likely the shooting at his house was because of that song. So apparently Universal has advised Kendrick not to perform it because they're saying if the courts determine that Drake's lawsuit actually has merit, that him performing that on such a global level would like just like sewer their chances of trying to like settle the case or like win the case. So like it's gonna be
That's
a
fair.
gamble
From a legal
if he
perspective,
yeah, it's gonna
it's
be
good.
a gamble if he plays it or not.
But I pray
which
he
is
plays it.
wild.
I want him to.
I want to hear Mustard on the Beat, ho. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not a Kendrick fan, but
Now I'm getting mad. Now I'm getting
I don't
mad.
dislike him. I just like I'm not going out of my way to like listen to
Fair.
much of his
Do
music.
you know any of his music at least?
King Kuta,
Of course, King Kuta.
DNA.
Humble.
DNA, Humble,
His song Loyalty with Rihanna.
Loyalty. What's
Swimming
from
pools.
All right.
All the Stars?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably perform that because SZA is going to be there.
Oh,
True. Oh yeah. True.
What else? Let me. I'm gonna be looking up Kendrick Lamar because I know there's some songs that I know that I'm like not saying.
well, that I think is the extent of what I know.
Goosebumps.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Nope.
Money Trees.
Money Trees. You know Good Kid, Mad City?
Yeah, that was his like biggest album. That was like the one that like everybody was like, this man is incredible. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe.
Oh, I didn't even realize that one was him.
His song
you
with
did.
Drake,
Do your
Poetic
ears work?
Justice.
Sometimes
Swimming pools, obviously. Pull Up, Drank, like soundtrack of University.
I didn't realize that was him either.
Yeah, it is.
Again, do your ears work? He's got a distinct voice. It's not like you're confusing him with
No,
anyone
I know
else.
he does, but like I'm just not drawing the conclusion in the moment.
Yeah. Oh,
The
all
connection?
right. That
Yeah.
song, like we
I
gon'
can't.
be
This
all
fucking
right.
beer's getting to me.
You know that one?
Which one?
All right, the one that's like
Yeah.
we gon' be all right. I know you know.
I don't
I'm
know.
asking Steph.
Maybe if I heard it, but not from your voice.
Yeah, that's
Black of the
fair.
Berry. Another one.
Nope.
You don't know that song?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, that was a good album.
We'll see. I'm
Element.
sure. Yeah,
likes that
Element.
song a
I know
lot.
Element.
Oh, Love.
Love.
Yeah, Love.
Me.
Oh my god, I'm
Wait,
blanking right
do
now.
I
What's the
know-
song with U2 in that album? What's it called again? I'm blanking right now.
XXX.
Yeah, it's a good song. America,
I don't think I know that one.
God bless you if it's good. No,
No, the love song is like
he
just.
performed it at the Grammys a few years ago.
No, I don't know.
Like, okay, I say a few years ago, but probably 2017.
It's I want to be with you.
Yeah. I actually really like that song.
That was a
See?
good one.
Yeah.
See, so
It's a
you
good
know
song.
some Kendrick. You'll enjoy the performance.
K-Dot.
I'm sure I'll K-pop.
K dot,
Dot.
Oh.
That's
K
what it
dot.
goes by.
not K-pop.
I'm like, what, brother? No, I'm sure I'll enjoy. I mean, it can't be worse than Usher's performance last year, in my opinion,
Wow, that's crazy.
because I think his was really like underwhelming.
It was just underwhelming. Yeah, he could have done a lot more. I agree with you
Usher?
there.
Who was before? Was it Eminem? That was Eminem, right? The year before?
Wasn't it Eminem, Dr. Dre?
Yeah.
Kendrick was also doing that one,
Was
but that was
who
not
was
the
it?
year
Was it
before.
Missy Elliott? Who was it?
No, it was,
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, and Kendrick
Snoop.
came out for that one too.
Right.
but that was not
Snoop
the
was
year
there too, no?
before. That was not the year before Usher. The
Who
year,
was before that?
year before Usher was my
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Oh, true. Where she was
love-
pregnant, no?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
What's wild to me, okay, Steph knows, you do not. I love Rihanna. Like, she has been my top artist like since I was 13. Like, I am a huge
fan.
Rihanna fan. So the fact that she was performing at the Super Bowl and she hadn't released like new music in the longest time, like I was like locked in. I was like, this is huge. She hasn't performed in public in like the longest time. Like, I literally made my aunt throw a Super Bowl party because I was like, I need to like enjoy this like the like right way. Like, because normally my Super Bowl is I watch whoever sings the national anthem, then I go in my room, then my mom calls me when the halftime show's about to start. I watch the halftime show, and then I go back in my room, and my mom calls me when there's like 1 minute left in the game so I can see who wins. Like, I am not dialed into the Super Bowl at all. But I was like, I need to not just like waltz out of my room to watch Rihanna perform. Like, I need this to be an event. So I literally called my aunt and my uncle, who like typically like they're big football people, and I was like, hey, you guys doing a football party this year? Super Bowl party? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, let me know if you are because I would like to come. And so then my aunt was like, oh, I guess we could throw a Super Bowl party. So I sat through the whole Super Bowl because I really just wanted the anticipation to build. And I was so blinded by the fact that I was seeing Rihanna perform for the first time. Everybody who knows me knows I love her. So my phone's blowing up with people being like, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? And I'm like, guys, she just had a baby. Like, I can't believe you guys are commenting on her body. Like, this is crazy. Every time I watch that performance now, I'm like, I cannot believe that I was like in denial that she was pregnant. But that's how excited I was that I didn't see it. I literally was like, y'all are crazy. And now I watch it and I'm like, it's so fucking obvious that she was pregnant. But I was just too excited. I couldn't even like think of anything else. I actually really liked that. I thought for what I know about Rihanna, she gave what she could give, but it worked. Like, it just was like, it just like worked, and like it was
a good
it
performance.
had iconic moments, like
liked
the
it.
red with the white.
It was good, but it
liked
wasn't
it.
great.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's a great halftime show then?
I think she missed a few key songs. I can't remember like
has
exactly
so
what
many
she's saying.
songs.
That's why though. She has so many
I
songs.
know. It's actually crazy. I remember when we were like trying to predict what she would sing, and we were like, holy fucking shit. She has so
Yeah.
many songs that are like not just like songs I know because I'm a fan, but that are like hits.
Yeah. You know whose performance I didn't
Oh,
like?
are
'Cause
you
I
looking
pulled
up
a
who's
list.
performed? Nice. Good call. Good
Yeah,
call.
so I'm going like backwards. Kendrick, Usher, Rihanna, and then it was the Eminem, Snoop, etc. This one I didn't love. The Weeknd.
The
I
Weeknd.
didn't like the Weekends too much either.
Yeah.
And I was surprised by that. I feel.
I didn't think it was terrible.
I didn't think it was terrible. It just wasn't like my favorite. It doesn't like really the only thing I
remember the
remember from
memes.
it is like exactly.
I remember the memes.
I don't remember
of him like
the rest
walking
of
through
it.
like the mirror maze and
Yeah.
stuff. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean like
Yeah,
Who
his was kind
else?
of there was after or before that it was Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad
I
Bunny.
didn't like that one either.
I don't remember hating it.
We got a lot of haters sitting here. Hey, do you
Well,
guys like any shows?
Personally, I don't like.
Michael Jackson's? Like, did you like that one?
Of course, but I didn't with Shakira and J Lo. First of all, I'm not like I don't like J Lo, but I didn't understand why they both had to do it. I'm like, just pick one of them. Like, why do they have to share? I didn't understand.
Yeah.
that.
Well, I feel like J-Lo's big enough, but is Shakira?
For Latin American communities, yes.
Okay, so maybe they picked
But-
both of them because they were doing like a hybrid.
They gotta
Maybe.
they gotta cater to the Americans though. They're not catering to Latin Americans, you know?
Maroon 5 having performed in 2019 like that recently is honestly crazy to me.
I don't even remember the performance
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Why?
I literally
Well, that's-
actually Nope, I actually don't remember whatsoever. I'm lying.
And look
I
at
don't
the
remember.
guests they had. They brought out Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Hello?
Didn't they bring out the Red Hot Chili Peppers too, or am I crazy?
No, it says Travis Scott, Big Boy, and the Georgia State University Marching Band.
Who brought out the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Then? Am
let's,
I crazy?
let's keep looking.
I remember them coming in.
Was
for
it
2
Lady
seconds.
Gaga? No.
Maybe. Didn't like Justin Timberlake. No, Lady Gaga didn't have anyone. That's how you know her and Rihanna, superstars. They didn't have fucking anybody come out with them. They don't need anyone. Lady
I feel
Gaga,
like-
I just loved how she did that, how she jumped down and was like doing that.
Beyonce brought people out.
Yeah, Beyonce did bring people. Beyonce also, though, was at Coldplay's.
Well, Coldplay, Bruno Mars, Beyonce, right?
Yeah, but Beyonce like performed by herself, and she also, I think, performed with Destiny's Child, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm getting worried.
Katy Perry's was iconic just because of the fucking shark.
Oh my God, Left Shark.
Left shark.
But now I'm getting
Shark.
concerned because who brought out the Red Hot Chili
I'm
Peppers?
looking.
Or
I'm
am
looking.
I losing my mind? Did
Bruno
they-
Mars brought out the Red Hot
Oh
Chili
man, that was a long
Peppers.
time ago.
2014.
Okay, I thought that was way more recent than 2014.
No.
Holy Jesus.
And then Beyonce brought out Destiny's Child, of course. How are you gonna be Beyonce and perform the Super Bowl halftime show and not bring out Destiny's Child?
Yeah, that'd be fucking nuts. So, other than what you talked about with Kendrick Lamar and maybe him singing that song, are there any other predictions? Do we think he's gonna bring people out? Like, has anyone been announced or?
Definitely SZA. There's no way he's not.
But
gonna bring out
otherwise,
SZA. I don't know. He's
gonna bring
kind of
out
like
Drake?
beefs with everybody. So
Bring out Drake.
imagine Drake comes out,
wish
the
he-
world would implode.
I wish he would let Lil Wayne perform a song. I want Lil Wayne there, but he's pissed off that he didn't get it. That's
like,
what I heard. I don't know. I don't
really?
follow the halftime show too much, but I think I read somewhere that he was kind of upset that he didn't get it.
have Kendrick and Lil Wayne ever like collaborated?
think so.
It's not happening.
I don't think so. Because you could have a year ago, you could have said maybe Kendrick will bring out J. Cole, but not anymore. He's not gonna bring him out now. Because that was
I
also
mean,
tied into the Drake.
Yeah,
beef.
but J. Cole did like drop a diss track and then like afterward came out in another song and like basically apologized. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but like doubtful. I feel like Kendrick's also just like fuck your life kind of thing.
Fuck
but
your life.
Who knows? One of the other historic Super Bowl performances that I liked, though, obviously because I'm also a fan of him, was Prince's.
Prince. I knew you were gonna say it.
His was just so good. Like the guitar, like it was just. And then when he started performing Purple Rain, it dead ass started raining. Like you couldn't script something better than
really?
that.
Are
it
you
was
sure
amazing.
They didn't like just do that.
No, it was dead ass raining.
No, I don't believe you.
It was raining. You can look it up.
Sure. Where was this?
Minnesota, because he's from Minnesota.
Yeah, They
Minneapolis.
definitely like they brought in like the firefighter helicopters
No.
to just
No.
When was
Prince was otherworldly. I think Prince performed in 08.
It was a while
I
ago.
believe.
Yeah, I saw him on the list. Yeah. I don't really like Prince's music though, so
I do.
it was in 2007.
Okay, I was close.
I don't know. So I'm not super excited for Kendrick, but I'm sure I'll enjoy at least a little bit of it.
It'll be good. I think it'll be good.
Yeah. Should we talk a bit about key strategies and players to watch?
Sure. Because
Okay,
I don't want to talk
go.
about the halftime shows anymore. Me? Go?
Luca,
I don't know anything.
Okay. Well,
break
why not-
down the
okay,
strategies.
I explained some players to you.
You did.
So
You
do you
thought
guys
I
know
was
any?
listening?
Do you guys know anyone else? I wanted to ask you that. If you guys know, I said like the most famous ones.
Okay,
kinda.
ready? I'm gonna tell you. the
Did you
players I
say
know on
Travis
each team.
Kelsey?
No, I didn't name anyone on the Chiefs.
I'm
That's
gonna
'cause
tell. I'm
basically
gonna
everyone
tell
knows
you
my name.
Patrick
the people I know
Mahomes.
on each team.
Okay, go.
The Bills.
Yeah.
I know Josh Allen.
Yep.
And I know DeMar Hamlin. Done.
Why do you know DeMar Hamlin?
Because he almost died.
He did.
He
Crazy
almost
reason.
died.
You
on
didn't
a
know?
It was
No.
Steph. It was literally the most freak accident that could happen. He basically got tackled
Oh, at football.
on
Yeah,
the field.
on the field.
But the moment he got hit was right in between a heartbeat, and it stopped his heart.
I do know this.
Yes,
I do
remember?
know this. I remember
Why?
He
that.
didn't get. He was trying to like make the tackle. He didn't get tackled.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
But like the moment that the two players collided was right in between two heartbeats, and so his heart stopped.
So it like resuscitated him basically.
It basically like just like
disrupted his.
it stopped his heart.
Yeah.
his heart was not beating. What did they say for like 7 minutes?
Well, that's
don't
what
know
I
that.
mean.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
like
how
you can't use paddles on a beating heart. Like that's essentially what it was, basically.
No, well, you need.
Maybe.
I
don't know. I'm
actually
not a
learned
doctor.
this. I learned this recently
Grey's
because
Anatomy.
of a personal tragedy. But only the paddles that like paramedics and like the hospital have, they can use on you. Like if your heart isn't beating, the like defibrillators that like some workplaces just have. If there's no heartbeat, you can't like use those. Like,
Yeah.
it needs a heartbeat.
It doesn't
to
work, yeah.
charge. So, anyways, but they obviously had like the correct ones on it's football. They're the most important people on planet Earth. Of course, they're gonna have.
Well, they have paramedics,
correct.
but like they also have team doctors,
Yes,
like
and
that
all
are
that.
are separate from the team and they have people watching to like check
Yeah.
for concussions.
Yeah,
You know, because CTE is
So,
around the corner for a lot of
absolutely
NFL players.
it is.
I cannot
so
stop
two
burping.
people on the Bills. I know.
You don't know anyone else?
Nope.
James Cook?
Chiefs? Nope. We'll get back to the
Dane,
people
did you say
after.
Dane Cook, the comedian? What did you say?
James Cook. But anyway, continue.
Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
I know Travis Kelsey, and I know Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Nice.
Washington Commanders, I know no one. You named 3 people, don't remember their names. Eagles, I know Jalen Hurts, and who was the one you said, the Shaquan or whatever?
Saquon Barkley.
I know that one. Okay, two on each team, 0 on the Washington Commanders.
Poor guys.
Done.
Poor Commanders players.
I mean, to be fair, there's like what 100 players on each football team.
53 man roster.
Okay, that's a lot.
That's more than I know. Because
You know anyone else?
I just knew the 2 fellows on the Chiefs,
No one
Patrick
else?
and Kelsey.
Had you ever heard of Josh Allen up until right now?
Yeah, only in like the last 2 weeks though, because I saw a video someone post about him being their Lord and Savior.
Oh,
You didn't see his
I thought you were
proposal
gonna
to
say you
Haley
found out
Steinfeld?
about him because he got engaged to Haley
Oh,
Steinfeld.
that's the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he proposed to Haley
Yeah,
Steinfeld.
yeah. But I'm not like, I see his name and I'm like, who the fuck's this guy? And I move on.
Yeah,
I don't
fair
care.
enough.
But
So key players, Luca.
Key players. Like, who do I think is going to make an impact?
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, 100%. The guy rushes for like almost 200. Actually, over 200 in the last game.
Wow.
So, yeah, not on my team anymore. That's okay.
Sorry. Sorry to his
and
man.
for all the bettors out there, his line is set at like 130 and a half yards, the highest ever in a single game. So, yeah, I'm going to explain it right now.
Okay,
I was going to
good.
say, I don't think you guys know what that means. Basically,
I think
they set his line. The line means you can bet over or under that line. So if it's at 130 and a half, if he rushes for 130 or less, it doesn't hit. If he rushes for 131 yards or more, it hits. So you can bet, like, let's say you want to put $100 on. You put $100 on him getting more than 130 and a half. As long as he rushes for at least 131 yards, you win money. If he doesn't, you lose money.
rushing.
Can you bet
is
on
that
him
like just-
rushing less?
You can bet the
Okay.
under.
what is rushing? Just like running?
Running.
When you like
How
when
many
the
yards in a
quarterback
game?
hands the ball off,
He's
right?
the person that's getting the
he's
ball.
the running back. Yes,
Okay.
you know he gets. The hand off.
I did. Yeah, I got
So
it.
they're saying the over under is that he's going to run
So many
130
yards.
yards over the course of the whole game.
Yeah. which
Oh,
is
over the course of the
crazy.
whole game.
Yeah.
To set his line at that is crazy. That's like crazy work.
All right. Didn't know that.
So anyway, if we're talking NFC for the Eagles, I think Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
I think someone probably like Quinyon Mitchell on the defense
Okay.
for the Eagles. Got to lock down Terry. I'm talking Commanders now. We'll go Jaden Daniels, obviously.
Okay. Okay. That was
He's
the
got-
guy you said. That was
That
the
was the guy I said from LSU. Remember?
LSU. Okay. Jaden Daniels.
LSU.
Okay. it's in
Okay,
there.
I think him.
JD.
JD. He's crazy. He's dual threat. Passing
And you said Scary
running.
Terry.
And Scary Terry, exactly.
I'm buzzed.
You know, remember Scary Terry stuff?
No. Why would I remember Scary Terry?
I just mentioned
said
him like
they're
not
gonna
even,
Scary
like I don't
Terry.
even know how long
Oh,
ago.
like
but-
in this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I think if the Commanders are going to win, let's just go instead of key players. I'm going to say this because if the Commanders are going to win, they have to one be able to stop Saquon Barkley. Okay, but
Period.
two, they have to figure out a way to work around the Eagles defense because the Eagles have a great defense,
Okay.
like crazy defense.
Even without Jason Kelsey.
Even with he played offense.
That
but
was
that's
my
okay.
next question.
That's okay. Yeah, Jason Kelsey. He was a center though. Do you know what the center even does in football?
I didn't know they had center.
They have center. Do you know what he does?
He protects the
Wait,
quarterback.
don't tell
Yes.
me. Oh fuck.
Sorry.
Well, but no. But there's like another job he does. He's the guy who snaps the ball to the quarterback. He has the ball. And
Why
know
do you
what?
call him the snapper then?
No, because he's not a snapper. He's a center. But
not
there
an
is a position called the
alligator.
long snapper,
Okay.
which is different because that's only for special teams.
Okay.
That's a different.
God, like they're fucking like police officers or something. They got special teams.
Yeah, they have. That's where the kickers and the punters are. Special teamers.
There's one team out there who their kicker was a former soccer player.
Yeah,
Which one?
Aubrey. He's on the Cowboys. He was drafted to TFC actually.
Really?
Yep, and
So
then
he was
yeah, he didn't make it
So
in
he
soccer.
played the MLS before he played in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't know
Wow.
how much he
What a
actually played.
journey.
I know. And then he like moved back to the U.S. or whatever because his soccer career didn't really work out. Became a computer programmer, and then was apparently watching
contrast.
football and was like talking to his girlfriend, and he was like, "Why can't I kick like this?" So he's like, "I'm pretty sure I could do this." He ended up making it to the UFL or XFL. I don't remember. Anyway, different football league.
Yes, I know that.
And after 1 year, he killed it there. Had a tryout with the Cowboys. They brought him on. They signed him on. And now he's like the best kicker in the NFL.
My dad claims that he could have been a kicker in the CFL.
Maybe.
He claims he was that good.
Could have. Who knows?
He's little too.
Do they have
so
to
it
kick
would've
further in the
worked for it.
CFL?
No.
He just like he was like obviously I wasn't gonna fucking be in the NFL. Like that's like there's so much stuff that goes into it, but like
There's a lot of stuff that goes
it's easier to get into the CFL than
Right.
it is to get into the NFL.
Like, but the CFL is different too because the ball's different. It's a little bit
Really?
it's wider. It's a little bit fatter.
It's like a rugby ball.
Not as short. More similar to a rugby ball.
Oh.
The
Yep.
field's different. It's longer and wider. And
so
the field goal
sounds
posts-
harder.
No. The field goal posts are at the front of the end zone so you can run into it. And then the end zones are 20 yards long, which is wild. Like you can have like a full family picnic in there, no problem. Like there's too much
A
space.
full Italian wedding.
I'm trying to picture all the Ticats games I went to this year and being like,
Like
how'd the field look?
wide and longer and bigger end zones.
Doesn't that
So
make it harder? 'cause you
Leonardo
have more
DiCaprio
space
in his
cover and more
50s.
like running to do.
Well, you have an extra player on the field in the CFL though. You play with 12, not 11.
Tua Tagovailoa's brother plays for the
Ticats.
Ticats.
Yep.
Who?
Tua Tagovailoa, he's the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, who
Look, they're
probably
just cooking.
has serious, lifelong, irreversible brain damage.
Oh, this
but
is a
he's
3 brain cell guy.
The scrambled egg.
No, that's Daniel
Jones.
Oh.
Like she said.
Okay, there was a person that we went to high school with.
Go on.
I'm not going to say their name but that's who Daniel Jones reminds me of. Like, just nothing behind the eyes. Like, got nothing going on. He's just good at sports, and that's it. That's all he knows how to do. Probably can barely read and write.
A lot of people are going to argue. A lot of people are going to argue he can't even play sports.
Well, there's that too.
A lot of people are going to argue on that. They're going to say he
You're
can't play
gonna need to
sports.
tell me who.
Like
after.
genuinely the videos that I saw of Daniel Jones, like when they have their like little like powwows after football games and talk to reporters, it literally looks like when somebody asks him a question, he's there and his brain's like
Patrick
like
Star.
his brain's doing like the dial-up noise. It's like and then he can answer the question. Like that's what he looks like to me.
He's lagging.
It was
Dang.
fascinating to me. I don't
And
know.
people
I
are
think
going to say that he does it on the football field too, so it's okay.
probably.
They call him a one-read
He's
pony.
a bufferer.
They call him the one-read pony. You know what? I'll say this.
Sorry to this man.
When he got cut, everyone like the coach was like, oh, even throughout his whole career with the Giants, they were like, oh, he's
he
such
was
a
on the
hard-"
Giants?
Yeah, for 6 years I had to deal with him. Okay, for 6 years, they were all like, oh, he's such a hard worker. Never seen someone work harder. Blah blah blah. I think it was Charles Barkley, maybe Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know who, but someone. Well, talking about basketball, like a while ago, was like, if all they can say about you is that you're a hard worker, it means you suck. And that's it.
It's kind of true.
It's all they say about Daniel Jones. No one ever questions his toughness because he was a tough guy. They never question how hard he worked because he always worked hard. But that's all they ever say. They never say, oh, he was a great football player. They just say he was a hard worker. He put in the work. That's all they ever say.
So sad.
Wow.
So, but anyway, we're not here to talk about Daniel Jones because I could be here all night. We got to go back. No?
Yeah.
Key players,
Key players. Sorry.
strategies.
Did you? Okay, so you talked about who did you talk about? Washington.
Okay, so in terms of key players, out of the 4 teams, at the time we're filming this podcast that are vying to get into the Super Bowl, who's got the best quarterback?
Best quarterback right now, is Josh Allen.
Okay.
100%.
Slay
And I think
Josh.
the worst
Okay.
quarterback is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a mediocre quarterback
He's
at
hurt.
best
Okay.
because he throws for like barely 150 yards, if that, a game.
All right.
He's just got superstars all around him, and I'll die on this hill. I don't care.
Okay. Who has the best running back?
The Eagles, 100%. No one's better than
Saquon
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley. Yeah, no one's
I
better than
remember.
Barkley.
My boy.
Was my boy for a
His
long
name's
time.
starting to click up
Okay.
here.
Who has the best kicker? Because sometimes a field goal can make or break a game. Sometimes they miss.
True.
They kick
Best
wide.
kicker is probably Harrison Butker.
Ew.
On the cheat. I knew that was
I know
coming.
who that is.
I know you
because
know who
he's
that
a
is.
boohead,
I know
and he
you know
thinks
who
all
that is.
women are worth is to be in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Anyways.
he gave a speech at a university.
remember
Yeah,
this.
in front of a bunch of women who just got their degrees and was like, "Y'all are fucking stupid for doing this."
We
because
talked
all
about
of
He
you
did
are
do
women."
that. And aside from his political views, he's probably the best kicker
Okay,
remaining.
So that sucks. But
and one of the
all
best
right.
kickers in the NFL. Yeah.
So now I can't be on the team. I can't be on the Chiefs side anymore. Sorry, buddy. I thought they would have fired him after all that, but they didn't.
No,
so.
actually, they signed him to a contract extension
What
after.
the fuck?
Which
America.
he negotiated himself. He has no agent. He negotiated it all himself. But that's irrelevant.
Ew,
I just
he's
thought it was
giving
cool.
Mormon. Anyways.
Giving Mormon.
Okay, so that was the best kicker. What are some other key positions on the field?
Can have like a wide receiving group.
Okay, who's that?
Probably the Eagles.
Okay, who's got the best defense? You said the Chiefs.
Chiefs, probably.
Okay.
Who's got the best coach?
offense?
No, who's got the best coach?
Best coach remaining, Andy Reid, 100%.
Which is
Chiefs.
The Chiefs coach,
Oh.
100% Andy Reid. Former Eagles coach, though.
Oh.
He's the guy who looks like what do they
eats
say he looks
Hamburgers all the time.
like? Yeah, but he's got the big mustache.
Mustache.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a walrus, they say.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go.
There's like a famous picture of him. His mustache is all like frozen. It's got like icicles in there from the ice bowl they played in
I
last
remember
year.
that. Okay, so I think we're probably reaching time about now. So we'll wrap by each person saying who they think is going to be in the Super Bowl and who they think is going to win. So I'm going to say I think it's going to be Bills, Eagles, and the Bills are going to win.
I think the same, actually. I think it's going to be Bills and Eagles, and I think the Bills are going to win. I pray the Bills win. I still hope that the Commanders win tomorrow, though, so let's see what happens.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Eagles and the Chiefs. And
Again.
yeah, but I hope the Bills.
No,
Well, who
if
do you
you're
think is
picking
gonna win?
if you're picking two people that are going to be in the Super
No,
Bowl,
I'm
you have to
saying I
pick one
hope
of them
the
to win.
Bills like win because they're
Okay.
gonna face the
Okay,
Chiefs,
but
right?
You said the Chiefs and the Bills
Yeah.
play the
I-
Chiefs tomorrow.
I would like for it to be the Bills, but I think it's gonna end up being the Chiefs and the Eagles.
And
And
who's
I
gonna win
think
those two?
winning. I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Woo!
No.
Let's go, Steph.
That would ruin my
That's
life.
Nick's team.
I would rather watch.
I don't know. I'm not confident in that. Like but
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard for like a team to win 2 years in a row, regardless of the sport. I feel
They already won 2 years in a row.
They
They're going
did?
for 3 in a row.
okay. So
Three.
yeah, I don't know about
They
that.
already they're going for 3. They're going for the 3-peat.
Oh,
Michael
wow.
Jordan did it
Well,
twice.
I don't know.
So did Steph. No, they didn't do 3. They did 2.
LeBron almost did it.
Anyways,
I want it to be the Bills, so like at least
Me
in
too.
the end.
all right,
too.
we got a Bills
It's more
squad here.
exciting. I feel like Eagles and Chiefs is kind of the
Exactly,
boring.
right? That's my whole thing. It's
It's
not
gonna make me
exciting when the
sleep.
same teams are always in it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about but records. No, it's boring when the same team makes it every single year. That's why I freaking in the NBA I was like enough of the Warriors.
Yeah,
like
that's why I always go for the underdogs.
No, if it's the Eagles and the Chiefs, what's going to get me is that Jalen Hurts is going to throw for like 75 yards in the Super Bowl. That's going to piss me off so much.
so how can Saquon Barkley's line be so high if like but because he's running, never mind. Doesn't
He's
really
running,
matter.
but the thing is, he's so good. The Eagles have the best offensive line, right? They have the best offensive line in the NFL.
Okay.
And they also have the best running back in the NFL. The
Is
offensive
that-
line is everyone who blocks.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So, like, I don't know. There was a stat they showed where it's like average contact for Saquon Barkley, like first contact is 2 yards down the field, where most of the time, like, it's under 1. But for the Eagles, it's 2. So it's crazy. So Saquon Barkley's not even getting touched until he's 2 yards down the field. And then on top of that, he's the best running back in the NFL. He busted for like 2 70-yard touchdowns last week. He could do it again against the Commanders. Commanders don't have a good run defense, so could be the Saquon Barkley show on Sunday.
Here we go.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, who's playing tomorrow?
Both
Both.
teams. They both play.
All
One's
four.
at 3:30. One's at 6, or one's at 3. One's at 6:30.
When you, honestly blacked out during that conversation. When you say both teams, do
All
you-
four, all
okay,
four,
all
all four.
four.
Both games. Both games are
Both
happening
games.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
both
what
games.
I thought.
All four. And then the Super
Should I
Bowl's
come
on the
over,
9th.
come watch?
I'm not gonna be home while watching it.
Wow. Unless
Why?
you
Where
will
you
watch
going?
if the Chiefs are
Go to my
playing.
friend's house to watch.
Oh, right event.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
it.
Football.
Ooh. Anyways, Bills are winning the Super Bowl. You heard it here first, probably for the millionth time. But Bills
That
are
would
winning
make
the
me.
Super Bowl.
I would like that.
I hope
would
so.
Like that.
I want to see. They deserve it. The fans deserve it too.
Before we close this episode, we need to do a fun segment.
Oh, why? This wasn't fun?
The
I know.
this or
Was
that.
I boring? Was I a
No,
boring
'cause-
guest?
No, you were great, Luca.
No, because I have the
yeah,
football
Steph took
themed
time.
this or
She
that
took
game.
time. Okay.
True.
Just because I think I want to hear your.
Are we
thoughts.
running out of time though? Do we have to like do the speed
No,
run?
it's just we try to like not make too much work for Steph and Eric when they edit it. So we try to make them shorter. We just get carried away.
It's so hard to watch the time, and then I'm sitting there editing and like, fuck, why did we film this long?
I mean, to be fair, like the One Direction episode, you can literally just top and tail it. This one, you just have to pay attention to when we spilled the beer.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
have to cut the camera angles. That's the
Oh,
only
that's
thing.
right.
Oh,
That's
true.
right. That's right. Okay.
Anyways.
All right. This or that.
This or that. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Or am I saying it?
I think
Sure.
so because
I don't
you
know.
know the least.
Okay.
We'll be able to answer the best.
Well, it
No
depends. Ready? Tailgating or watch party at home? What do you prefer?
Tailgating.
Watch party at home.
Tailgating is just gives like I'm getting fucked up, and you know I like to do that.
It
so.
depends. If you're going to the Bills though, I wouldn't jump through a table, but I'd watch people jump through tables.
Oh, I wouldn't do
I've
all
done
that.
that.
I would just have like a good
Like
ass
watch people
time.
jump through tables.
I just have a good time. I could genuinely though never go to a Bills game because when I get drunk, I pee way too much, and I can't have that many layers on and have to pee every
You could
like
go to
5
like a
minutes.
September game where it's warm still.
All right, we'll do that if I ever go.
I would do watch party at home. I feel also because
Okay.
like snacks, vibes. It's more fun. I feel wings or pizza.
Pizza.
Wings.
I think I go pizza maybe.
No, wings. Red Rockets wings on Super Bowl. It's gonna hit like
Wings?
crack, like
Yeah.
literal
No,
crack.
I
it's
can
gonna hit.
literally eat pizza for every meal every day, so it's always going to be pizza
No,
for me.
pizza's great. Don't get
I'm
me wrong.
actually going to
But
pick up
chicken
pizza
wings
on my way home.
One of my friends. It's off topic. But one of my friends told me something in high school that stuck with me ever to this day. You're never too full for chicken wings. There's always room for wings. And I
Definitely say
stand
about
by that.
sushi.
I stand by that.
I could see that.
You're
If you
never-
like wings, then I'm gonna have to plug one of my favorite like local like pubs in Grimsby. It's called Teddy's. Their
Okay.
wings, Teddy style wings.
They're good. Now I gotta go.
amazing,
Now I gotta go try them.
amazing. So yeah, you'll have to go and try them
Okay.
if you're a fan of wings.
Both are valid options. I feel.
Next,
Watching the game or watching the commercials?
Game, obviously.
I'm gonna say commercials because I literally have no idea what's going on when the game's happening.
I would say game just because I don't even like watching commercials in general. So
What do you mean? Like, if you put it on the American station while the
commercials are
Super
good.
Bowl, they're good. Like the Tide commercials from 2017.
The way
Why?
he remembers this.
Those were
Yo,
crazy.
what?
There were so many. They had it like
Tide commercials.
no, because it was crazy.
Was
I
that
remember
when
I was
people
in-
were
I was in
eating
first
Tide
year
Pods?
university.
Do you
No.
do like VPN streams then when you watch the Super
No,
Bowl
like
so
if you
can
put it
get-
on, I don't know. They switch between CBS and NBC every year. I don't know who
okay.
has it. I think it's NBC this year. If you just go to NBC, it'll be on, and you get the American commercials because it'll be like NBC Detroit or whatever.
Fair.
So, but I remember I was in first year university and I was taking communications, one of my electives.
that was our degree.
That was your degree.
Gang. One of my elections. Or elections, oh my God. One of my electives.
Luke is
And-
running to be the new liberal leader of Ontario,
Canada.
Canada, not Ontario.
No, anyway, my prof, he walked in, he goes, we're not even going to talk about what we were going to talk about because we got to watch these Tide commercials because they were that good. And it was crazy.
Tracks for a communications class.
That does track.
No, but it was crazy because like it was like a commercial about not laundry detergent whatsoever. And then at the end they'd be like, didn't you guys notice how crazy clean all of their clothes were? And it'd be like Tide. And it would just everything would be a Tide commercial. It'd be
Kinda
like
sticks with
it'd be
you.
like football, like it'd be like a fake football game, whatever. And then like they would like go and there'd be no grass stains. And it'd be like Tide. It was crazy. I
So
loved
it was like that Tim Hortons commercial in the hospital that came out around Christmas.
yeah, that random one with the Timbits and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so good.
Anyway.
Yeah, I would say game just because at least now I'm doing the squares So it's more fun because at least I'm kind of like,
Yeah, loop me into
I
that.
have stakes in the
yeah,
game.
loop me
so.
into that.
You can have
well.
extra stakes too. You just got to download FanDuel and deposit.
No.
You can
I
have,
want to
you can
do
be
that.
really
I
into the game.
actually want to join like fantasy football, but like I need a debrief.
Yeah.
I can draft your I drafted Daniel's team and he won.
Yeah, but
If
I want
you
to.
join
I
a
want to
league-
pick.
Oh, if you're picking, you're not gonna know.
It doesn't matter. I want to learn and
You
I want to
can-
pick.
Okay, do it. I'll teach
So,
you.
but I'm gonna have to wait until next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll regroup. We'll revisit in when it's September. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Live game in a stadium or watching on a big screen.
Obviously, a live game.
Live game.
It's the energy. It's the vibes. It's the. Yeah.
I think I would
100%.
pick on a big screen.
Wow.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if you like
'Cause
a
you have the
concert, but, like,
commentators.
sport way.
Who cares about the commentators?
No, it's the energy's a crowd.
yeah,
I
the
need the
crowd,
commentators.
No. Trust
Well,
me.
I've never. The only football game I've been to is a Tie Cats
Oh,
one
those put me to sleep.
randomly.
No
So,
offense.
You're such a bum.
And I
I
was-
love Tiger.
No-
Games.
no-
fucking drink, and then they're fun.
No offense to the CFL or the Ticats, they put me to sleep though. I vowed not to go back to one after I went to the last one.
I was melting though. I was dying of heat because it was like a fucking heat wave in
Yeah, 'cause
September. It was-
they play in the summer.
Well, it was September, but beginning, so it was really hot. So
I was there.
yeah,
I was there.
April, Daniel,
I was at that game with you.
Eric was there too, but he was working it. He wasn't
Yeah,
actually
yeah, I
there.
remember that. I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
There
we
you
were
go, there
sitting
you go.
directly in the sunlight. Like it was cooking us.
Oh yeah, it's fucking boiling hot when you go to the games.
Like
it's insane.
But like the one side of the stadium was in the shade, nice,
Yeah,
comfortable,
Yeah.
living
so-
the dream.
the way it is.
Us, we were cooked. We were literally getting fried up.
2 years ago, we went to a game, and I'm not even kidding you when I say a fucking monsoon came through town. It was fucked. Like we were like, and there's no roof on that damn place. So even when you're like in the concourse, I was soaked. I'm standing, my phone got so wet. I'm standing there playing one of those like audios on YouTube where it's just like
To get the water out of
to
the
get the
speaker.
water out because it got so wet. They canceled the game for like 40 minutes. And we were like, should we just fucking leave? And I was like, I did not get my jeans soaked to the bone to leave. We're finishing this game. Anyways, it was a memory.
Did they win?
No. It's the Tie Cats. Of course
know,
they
they
didn't
never
win.
They were on a streak though. What was it, like the 90s? The Tie Cats were doing really well.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
I remember
They were.
Tanya's neighbors, like at her old house when we were kids or something. He was the old Tie Cats coach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he retired, I think. So he was like the retired Tie Cats coach.
Okay.
I remember that. But anyways, moving on. Chips and dip or sliders?
Chips and dip.
Chips and dip.
I thought about this one. If it's hot dip, chips and dip. Like if it's like a spinach dip, chips and dip. Sliders can be so good.
Ashley and I always say you can never, ever, ever go wrong with the dip.
You're never too full for chips and dip. I think that's what it comes down to. But you can be too full for a slider.
Yeah, fair.
For sure.
Yeah.
You can always snack.
Always. Day games or night games?
Like
Like watching, I guess.
Ooh.
I like the night game. If we're talking strictly NFL, I like the night
Yeah.
games. It's prime time, baby. You want to play in prime time.
If we're talking watching on TV, I would say night games. If we're talking like going, day games, because I like day drinking.
I would love to go to
fair.
a night game.
Night game would be fun. I've been to night games, but I like the vibes of the day games better.
I feel like I would pick day games because like football vibes give me like football like Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it gives like afternoon vibes versus like hockey gives the opposite. It's like an evening, like a nighttime
I can
game
see
to
that.
me. So I'd pick day for watching. Classic football jerseys or modern designs?
How classic. Because the Giants came out with like a retro uniform for their
No, like
For
the
their-
old jerseys versus retro
But, like-
jerseys made today don't count.
like. But
'Cause
how
every
retro?
everybody
some
does
teams,
that.
Some teams are 100 years old. Like the Giants are 100 years old. So are we going back to 1925?
Well, just like their classic jerseys versus
Like the
how they've
classics-
changed over time.
For example,
I would
like
probably
the
say modern.
Raptors,
I like,
like
how
the
bright they are
purple
now.
of the Raptors.
Yeah, like that's nice.
Oh, that's fucking
That's
nice.
Yeah.
I literally saw a tweet the other day, and it was like, it's crazy how much worse the NFL style is today. Like the jerseys are way better back in like the 80s and 90s.
I like how bright they are now,
the
though.
team. You're telling me right now, like the Titans when they play with their Oilers throwback jerseys are so nice because the Oilers had such nice jerseys.
Fair. Retro's always cool.
Retro's the best.
When to speak of the Raptors with their purple, when they had their right now they have their court, like the retro court, the floor, and like everybody is like, this is the best fucking court in basketball right now. Like it's just so sleek. It looks so good.
It's so cool.
I'm just laughing because I just finished my beer and I was like, wow, I'm fucked. Because we had the One Direction episode before this that we filmed,
Yeah.
which we had a cocktail for. And you guys were chatting this whole episode and I just drank that entire like beer. Like just every, I'm like,
I've never even
I'm
seen you
a
drink a
little
beer in
drunk.
my life.
I like beer.
Stuff like beer.
Yeah, I like beer. Anyways, I'm a little drunk.
Next.
Did I answer that?
No.
No.
I would say classics because I like the retro design.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom Brady or Peyton Manning?
Peyton Manning. You could have said anyone. I would have picked them because I fucking hate Tom Brady so much.
If we're talking who I like more, Peyton Manning. But if you're talking who's the better quarterback, Tom Brady. He's the greatest quarterback to ever play, unfortunately.
Peyton
I
Manning
hate-
wins automatically because of the size of his forehead.
Fair.
But you're right. If it comes down to stats, I know who's the winner. I just don't want to say it.
I would say Peyton Manning. Just I'm with Laura on this one. I also hate Tom Brady. Like I said, I would rather read Braille before I read his book. So, next is Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
I feel yes. Also,
Patrick Mahomes, 100%.
Really?
Yep.
also
okay.
because like
Aaron Rodgers,
is a little
multi-time
fucking
MVP
shit.
winner, but Patrick Mahomes is a better quarterback.
Yeah. I just
More-
don't
he's
like
a winner.
his cult following.
But this next question, like, how did you even like pick these two teams?
Oh, yeah,
don't
you
know.
guys can see it. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can see it too.
What's it called? Gave it to me. ChatGPT. Steelers or Ravens? Because I think they're like
They're division
rivals.
rivals. They're
They're
division
rivals.
rivals.
That's why. Because I asked for some rivals, and I threw the Steelers in here because Eric's family's Steelers.
What about the Giants?
Was their rival the New
Eagles.
England? Eagles?
There's the Eagles, the Commanders, and the Cowboys.
Okay, you can't have four
Yeah, but
rivals.
you're
You
on
only
You
have
can't.
one.
Every-
Every team
pick.
does because they're
Yeah,
all
but
in the
no,
same
but
division.
everybody always there's always just like one. Like the Bills have a bunch of rivals, but like their main one right now is the Chiefs. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So rivals,
Fine,
just
but
like
you have division
historically.
rivals.
I would. Okay, well if we're picking,
So this question,
I prefer the Ravens.
Steelers or Ravens?
The Ravens.
if you asked me 10 years ago, I would have said the Steelers. This was when I was like thought I liked football, and I was like, yeah, the Steelers.
How do you know this much? What do you mean 10 years? What happened 10 years ago?
I don't know. I think it was when we started university, so I was trying to like know things to talk to boys about. I don't fucking know. Like, let's be honest. Like, but now
Pay
I would
attention
pick
to
the
me.
Ravens because I like Lamar Jackson's story, their quarterback.
Which
Jackson's
is?
good.
What's his story?
Just like he's been grinding it out, and then he said when his contract expired or like whatever, he became a free agent. The Ravens didn't want to like pay him his dues, so he's like, "Fuck y'all, I'll go on the market." And then he kind of like people just were, even though when he was on the out of all like the quarterbacks who were like available, he was arguably one of like the best ones. People
He was the best.
yeah, people still like other
passed
teams.
on him.
They were like worried to like scoop, like I don't know, like feeling like the Ravens were gonna like fucking beat them up if they scoop their quarterback. So he kind of got like shafted.
Well,
a
if they
little
would have
bit. So I
signed him,
like
they would have
his-
had to forfeit a pick to the Ravens.
Yeah, so I
because he
kind of
was
like
the
his
type
that
of
he
agent he
bet
was.
on himself.
But also, even more, because I thought you were going to talk about this, when he was being drafted, when coming
Oh,
out
I
of
don't know
college,
anything about the draft.
When he went to Louisville, okay?
Okay.
He went to Louisville. He won the Heisman Trophy. Do you know what that is?
That's the best trophy you can win in college football.
Exactly. It means you're the best college football player that year.
Again, I would like to preface this episode with Laura as like, I'm just going to be sitting here silent this whole episode. Like, fucking, are you mental?
So anyway, he plays at Louisville, wins the Heisman Trophy, blah blah blah, as a quarterback. But coming into the draft process, he's not one of the top quarterback prospects, and teams are asking him if he'd be willing to switch to running back, like to swap positions.
Okay,
and
so
play.
even more so.
And, but
Fucking-
he said no, and he stood his
yeah,
ground.
because he was like
And
he
then-
bet on himself.
And the Ravens took him at the end of the first round. Ozzie Newsome, one of the Ravens greats, also apparently one of their great GMs too, because they gave him the best gift that he could have as a farewell gift in his last year. He said he was done after that year. Drafted Lamar Jackson. He sat for a year behind Joe Flacco, and the rest is history.
Amazing, love it. So yeah, Ravens then.
Are they Baltimore?
Yes, good job.
All right.
Steelers, me personally, I have no ties to either. Like, I'm like,
What
I
about
don't.
Eric?
if I'm given a vote on Eric's behalf, he doesn't fucking watch football.
I know he doesn't.
Literally doesn't pay attention to it at all.
This beer's making me burp.
You guys were the whole episode. You guys were talking. I was sitting here like, just fucking burping, and then I realized I'm like, I should probably pull the mic away from my mouth. So we'll see how much of
Am I
the
drunk
audio
too? I
caught
don't know.
that.
This
I
is the
guess
most beer I've ever drank in my life.
Not even a full can.
No.
at the end of this episode, we actually have to crush it on our foreheads.
I can't do that.
Luke is gonna break his on his head. I don't know. I like a good story for the Ravens. I'll go Steelers just because that's the most memorabilia I've seen in Eric's parents' house.
Fair.
And last question: American or European football?
Football.
And by football, I mean like soccer.
Yeah, soccer, obviously. I would go soccer because football, I don't like it. And I played soccer, so I'm like a little bit biased. I actually found out recently because the only soccer games I've ever like watched have been on TV or like watching my sister's like rep games or whatever, and then like playing in my own games. But we always make fun of my dad because when my dad like knows a sport, he gets like really like animated when he watches like games and stuff like that. And like, we're always like, you need to calm down. Like, it's just something on the TV. Like, you need to relax a little bit. And I'd never actually been to see like a true professional soccer game in my life. And I went to a Forge game last year and I was like, oh my God, I am my dad. Like, because I know that's like the only fucking sport I know how to play. I'm like watching them play. I'm like, what the fuck would you pass it over there? Like, what the? I'm like, who's this guy? What's he doing? And then I was like, oh my God, I'm my father. I'm
You
my
just
father.
realized this? You just realized how animated you get over anything?
No, specifically over sports. Like,
Yeah.
like I can get excited,
Yeah.
but I don't like. I've never been like that person to be like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Because I don't like know enough to
I've
like.
seen you be that
What are you
person
talking
about sports.
What sport?
Baseball?
Wow, yeah.
We were watching soccer here. Remember in the summer?
Basketball?
It was the Copa America. We were watching Canada and Uruguay in the third
I
place
guess he
game.
did it. But because
That-
I know soccer.
The Olympics, you dumb bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe true. I guess I
Okay.
had never seen it like live, like only through the TV.
I guess. Fair.
But that was like the first time that I was like at a live game, and I was like, because normally other than the Blue Jays, I'm just like I'm just like, yeah, woo, what's going on over here? But I was like, and I was doing that kind of thing that my dad does when he watches like boxing matches. He starts to like ball his fists and
Shadow
kinda
box.
Be like, I was like doing that. Like I was like when they were like kicking the ball, I was like, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, sit still. I was like, this is embarrassing. I feel like a 50-year-old man right now.
You are. You are. Luca?
Anyway, soccer.
It's tough because if anyone knows me, they know I'm a huge soccer fan.
That's your whole
too.
identity.
It's so hard for me to pick. Like, I'm a massive Inter fan. They're my phone background, my lock screen and my home screen. Like, it's so tough. I love them both. I don't even know what to say.
This is
it-
tugging at his heartstrings.
It is tugging at my heartstrings because the Giants have been so bad for so long. It makes me so pissed off. But I still, I'm like a sucker for
course.
pain. I watch every game. But my favorite soccer team, they're so good right now. They are truly so. When I started
Okay.
watching like properly, they were garbage. But now they're like the best. So I love watching them week in, week out. It's a great time watching them. But I would have to say football is probably my I would prefer football.
Okay.
See, I have the same issue, but like the inverse because I don't like either of them. So I would pick football, maybe just because of the betting part that I like prefer American
that
football.
you just started doing.
Yeah,
All right.
that's my
Vibes.
decision.
Whatever. It's a vibe. What's happening here? Do we run out of space?
No, the battery dead.
Fuck. How long ago do you think? Shit.
Fuck.
Well, we only got one camera angle to cut up now.
Just Steph burping.
Well, how much battery did you say was left on that? Like an hour and.
It was like, I don't know, it was still alive, which was weird.
I knew we should have changed the battery. I have to pee so bad.
I know. I literally was just gonna be like, do the thank yous.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say we're probably over time now.
That was the last one.
that was the last one. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Luca.
Thank you for having
teaching
me.
us some more stuff. Even though we're gonna
You
wrap
surprised
this
me.
and it's just gonna go out of my head.
You surprised me though. I can't lie.
Thank you.
What I expected. You you surprised me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shout out to. I think I know a little bit more also because like I work in the news, so like
True.
I see it more, and especially my old job, I had to talk about stuff that was like trending and like
True.
football trends every goddamn Monday, so we had to talk
course.
about it a lot. So I had to kind of learn what was going on. But thank you for joining us, Luca. We
you, thank
super
you.
appreciate it. And as always, you can follow Good Vibes Only everywhere you get your favorite podcasts: Apple, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, and you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok. So thanks for listening and or watching.
Or both.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.